Our story today is about the new Avengers team, whose leader wanted to get rid of them and created a superhuman who literally has the ability to end the whole world, and no one was able to do that. So, let's dive into the story and find out if this team stopped them or if this person defeated them and how they gathered this team in the first place. But before we start, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive new videos as soon as they are released. Let's start our story, which begins with Ina, Natasha's sister. Remember her when she was with the Avengers, Spider-Man, Iron Man, and this team? She stands on top of a tall building and she looks very sad. Then she jumps from the top of the building, opens a parachute and lands on a second, lower building. She comes here to carry out a specific mission, and she enters and sneaks in, but she finds the guards in front of her. However, the girl is very skilled, and she keeps eliminating them one by one, and it becomes clear that she is very skilled in the martial arts and is also an expert in using weapons. And she eliminates them all in seconds and no one can defeat her at all. There is a woman named Valentina who is tasked with coming here and destroying a certain thing in this lab, and she keeps talking to this boy after that. And she asks him the password for the door, but he refuses to tell her anything. Then she leaves the place and talks to Valentina, and she tells her that she didn't know how to open the safe. But she destroyed the entire building and her mission is thus completed successfully. At the same time, we see Valentina standing like this in a courtroom, being tried because she is accused of having many labs in which she conducts experiments on humans to create super soldiers. Something terrifying, isn't it? We continue and she employs superhuman people with her and they carry out the missions that she wants. And she has a very sensitive position in the country, and if it is proven with all this talk, she will be removed from her position. Among the attendees was the one who still remembered Captain America's friend and who is. He wants her to be tried because he is confident that she is doing something illegal. She keeps saying that she did not conduct any unethical experiments on humans. She just wants to create a super soldier who has the strength to defend America because now the Avengers team has disbanded and everyone has gone their own way and we do not know anything about them. There's no one protecting the country now. You saw what happened to the President of America when he turned into Red Hulk. The judge then postponed the case until it is heard. She leaves after that very upset and talks to her assistant, telling her that before the next session she must get rid of any files or anyone, no matter who could prove these charges against us. After that, we see her arrive at her home and meet her father, whom she has not seen for a while. He is very happy when he sees her. She tells him that she is not. She is completely happy in her life and wants to leave work with Valentina because she used to do that and try to distract herself. Because she thinks that she can be happy with these missions, but that didn't happen and I am not happy and came here to get his advice. So he says to her, I used to work like you, carrying out missions. And when I left my job, I felt that I became alone and that I was not needed at all. At first, someone used to ask me and I did a lot of things. I felt that I was living, so think carefully before you do anything. Nothing, but she makes the decision, and then leaves the place and goes outside and talks to Valentina and tells her that she wants to leave work with her. And Valentina immediately agrees but tells her on one condition: someone is going to steal from a secret headquarters I have files on. I want you to go and finish off this person and then you will be free and do what you want. Yelena immediately agrees and leaves. Immediately from the heart of the place, she gets ready and heads to the secret headquarters. She actually sees a person entering the place, so she keeps walking behind him and enters the heart of the building. Every time she passes a door, it opens on its own. She continues in the heart of the place. This place has all the files of Valentina and all the experiments she was doing on humans. Her biggest experiment was a person she called Sentry, who would have tremendous power that no one would be able to defeat. She sees that she did many experiments on people to make Sentry's experiment successful, but all the experiments failed and people died. At that moment, John Walker enters and hits her with his gun. John was the one who had the title of Captain America before Sam took it. The two of them keep fighting each other. The guy has a serum that gives him superpowers. Although she doesn't have superpowers, she is very skilled at fighting. They keep hitting each other, and no one is able to. On the second one, she thinks that he is the one who came to steal the things, but at that moment another girl named Master enters and hits John and sends him flying away. So Lena is very surprised because she came to kill only one person and she doesn't know now who she is going to kill. But John gets up and hits this girl and sends her flying away, but another girl named Ghost appears to them. She has the ability to disappear and reappear, and she keeps fighting with them, and the four of them literally keep fighting each other. In the middle of all of this, there are tables that fly and press on a safe, opening it. As for Master, she hits Ghost and sends her flying away and goes to kill the rest, but after that Ghost appears to her again and shoots her. She kills her, and the three of them get up and raise their weapons at each other, none of them understanding what is happening. And we see the safe that they opened it, and a person named Bob came out of it who had lost his memory and didn't remember anything except his name. He tried to escape, but the door closed on him, and they all kept talking to each other and found out that Valentina was the one who sent them all and gave them the same mission. That they would go in and find someone and kill him. They understood that she did this because she wanted to erase any evidence behind her before the next session, meaning she wanted to get rid of. All these papers are for the tests, and the soldiers who were working with them must carry them out. These are the important tasks that no one will be able to catch on her, and she will not be removed from her position. She may try to leave the place and disappear. But waves appear that hurt all of them and make them lose consciousness. Let us go back to Valentina again. And the one we see like this is at a party in which there are important figures, and among all this attendees there are workers standing there crying. Watching her, and he goes to talk to her assistant and tells her, "Tell me what she is planning, and if she is holding you for anything, I will protect you. I see that you are not happy," and after that she has his card in her hand, which she is very happy about. And she takes it and leaves the place and goes to Valentina and informs her that all the files and soldiers are there. Those who were working with her are now in one place, so she tells her to burn everything and hide them completely. The heat system is turned on, and he is only in front of him for a minute, so the team tries to disable the sound waves so Ghost can get out and open the doors for them, and they try to search for the power source. And in the middle of all this, John sees an open coffin from which Bob got out and finds the power source. John goes and destroys it, and Ghost tries to get in and actually succeeds with her strength. And they remain standing like that, scared because there are only seconds left until Ghost opens the door, or the heat will kill them, and it opens at the last moment. And they leave the room and it explodes, sending them flying to the ground. And during this, Yelena grabs Bob's hand and loses consciousness. And at that moment she sees a bad memory of her with her sister when she was little, and the surprise is that she sees Bob standing in the same memory, and does not understand how. As for Valentina, her assistant shows her a video of the team breaking the place and trying to get out, but the strange thing is that when she sees Bobo, she does not understand who this is and how he knew how to enter the place, and she tells her that you must know exactly who this person is. And she also tells her that she sent a team that tried to finish them off before they left the building. And he continues to hear all of this. Yelena's father knows that his daughter is now in trouble and decides that he must. He goes to save her before she dies, but as for the rest of our team, we see John after that, and he is fanatical about this boy and asks him who he is doing here. But he tells him, "I don't remember anything. The last thing I remember is that I was coming here to donate to an experiment that will be used on humans. And then I found myself here," but he gets annoyed with him and insults him. So they insult this boy and tell him, "You think you were yourself. Captain Imberka, seriously." John gets angry, grabs him, and hangs him up, but the boy himself is so enlightened, "So you come to us after that, calm the situation," and keep telling him that he doesn't. He gets upset and they have to work together to get out of here or they'll die. At the same time, John breaks something in the wall. They try to get out of the place. Let's go to Bucky, who we see inside his house flipping through files. Then Valentina's assistant calls him and tells him that she's trying to help her because the soldier project, if successful, could save the world. Buck tells her that she's taking advantage of her and that she's doing all this for personal interests. Nothing more. She says that she won't be able to help him because she'll be exposed and that he's trying to hack her phone and everything and find out what he wants himself. Then she leaves and meets Valentina, who tells her that she knows who this person is and that he was one of the people we were experimenting on. The Sentry Project. She asks her how come everyone who was experimented on is already dead and he's supposed to be dead. How did he wake up again? They conclude that the experiment might have actually worked on this person. As for our team, They get out of the opening they just entered from, but they find themselves in the middle of a large tunnel. The door below them closes. Bob then makes a very big jump, but he can't reach the end and falls to the ground. He tells them that the distance is very high and none of them know what to do. They feel trapped. Bob says, "Why don't we hold each other and climb up?" They start doing so, looking very funny until they find an opening, but they don't know how to hold it. John grabs Ana's stick and hits her in the tunnel. He hangs on and they all hang on except Bob. Ana throws him a rope and holds him. John helps them and pulls them into the tunnel, but as soon as he holds Bob's hand, he also sees a bad memory of him when he was obsessed with Captain America. He always neglects his son, and because of that, he had a lot of fights with his wife and he didn't understand what was happening and the way this guy looks as soon as anyone touches him. He sees a bad memory of him and they try to get out, but they see Valentina in front of them with a large number of soldiers to finish them off. And she tells the general to finish them all except for Bob because she wants to prove to the whole world that her project was successful. As for our team, she tells them that Yelena will lure them into a dark place and finish them off one by one. And Ghost with her strength disappears and goes outside and brings a car and waits for us to escape, and they actually do that. And Yelena throws a bomb at them after that, so the soldiers enter and she goes to us and turns off all the lights, and Bob at that moment remembers that he took a serum and they told him at that time that it would give him superpowers. But he doesn't feel any superpowers now, so she tells him without power, "You are a good person, you don't need it." And then they go to John, who has finished off a large number of forces. And at that moment, a larger number attacks them, and Yelena goes and keeps finishing them off one after the other. And Bob is also holding a machine gun and keeps finishing them off. And then they take clothes from the soldiers and go out in the middle of all the people without anyone suspecting them at all. And then Ghost comes to them and they get into the car and try to take off their clothes. But the security stops them and tells them that they want their identification card. So they tell them that they have injured people with them and they have to go. But the security insists, so they decide that they will go down and fight them and so on, but Bob hears all this and decides to sacrifice himself. So he gets out of the car and holds a machine gun and keeps shooting in the air to distract the soldiers, and they actually leave and they keep sifting him with bullets. And Valentina tries to scream so that they stop shooting him because she needs him. And Lena and those with her are very sad for him because he sacrificed himself for them. And they leave him after that, and they walk from the heart of the place while they are at the height of their sadness, and at this moment, he pops up again after that, and nothing has happened to him, and this shocks Valenti very much because this is how her project succeeded and she is happy for him. Sentry remains serious and our team sees this boy being good, but he does not know how to control himself like this, nor does he control himself. The boy does not understand at all what is happening to him, does not know what to do, and loses control of himself and falls to the ground and the place. It's all destroyed to the point that our team's car rolls over and they lose consciousness after that. Valentina succeeds in taking him, but Ana then leaves them with the Sentry's papers and tells them that, so Valentina has achieved her goals and Sentry is now here and his power is very awesome. Let's move to Valentina, and what you see is that she has put Sentry in a plane to walk and take him to a safe place, and she tells her assistant to bring a medical team to take care of him. And they want to know exactly how strong he is, and she also tells her to send a group of forces to comb the entire desert to finish off the team because it is not possible that there will be any evidence behind them. As for Ana and our team, they continue walking in the heart of the desert and they are very tired, hungry and thirsty, but they hear the sound of an approaching car and they think it is the forces and they hide, but it turns out that it is her father. And he came to save them, and he takes them after that and immediately leaves the heart of the place. And tells them after that that he heard Valentina and that he could not have left his daughter alone. The greatness of the father. But their joy is not complete because the forces appear and they continue to fire at them. And John blocks these bullets with his shield. So Ghost comes out after that with her strength to stop her. But they hit her with waves that affect her and leave her in pain, so she becomes very angry with us and comes out and hits a car. It blows it up, but there are still 2 workers who are expelling them. At this moment, he appears crying and has a device like this. He hits a car with it and blows it up. He goes to the second car and hits a wire on it and gets down and grabs it and turns it over. He is able to destroy them both and they get rid of all the cars that were expelling them. They make the team very happy because they think that he is coming to save them, but he hits a bomb on them and turns the car over. And he goes and ties them all up and takes them to a warehouse, and he thinks that they are still working with Valentina and carrying out errands and things like that for her. But they keep explaining to him that they left her in the first place because she chases them and tries to kill them, and so on. As for Valentina, she has moved Sentry to a place designated for him, and her help comes and shows her his file, and she knows how to deal with him, and so on. Because this boy is already mentally ill and he needs special treatment, not any treatment, and that's it, so that he doesn't lose control of his power and destroy us. And you prefer to talk to him comfortably and tell him that you have joined us. Because the Super Soldier Project will develop the human being, and the experiment actually worked for you. Which means that you are special and will have a great reputation, and now you are an outside hero. He keeps asking her about Yelena and the team that was with him, but she tells him that they are criminals. And you distort their image, and that they wanted to take advantage of you and take your power, and so on. She keeps reassuring him and tries to get closer to him, and the first time she holds his hand to reassure him, she sees a memory. It's bad for her too, for someone like that, and he kills her father, and as soon as she sees this memory, she gets very sad and tries to talk to him to train him on how to control his power and everything around him, and the guy doesn't know how to do this. And he tries to control this cup until his eye lights up like this, and he explodes it, and he is very amazed by the power he has. But Yelena's assistant gets very worried because she sees how a mentally ill person with all this power cannot know how to control himself and destroy the whole world, and that this is a dangerous thing, not an easy thing. After that, she talks to Bucky and tells him everything. And tells him the place where they are and that he must come now and get him, so he goes after that and frees the rest of the team with him. And they decide to cooperate with each other to save the Sentry from Valentina. And they actually leave the heart of the place and go get a car. They are armored and storm the place, and they all come down. And they keep finishing off everyone there one by one, and literally no one is able to defeat them or touch them at all. Their strength is awesome, and together they form an invincible team until they finish them all off in seconds. Then they hear Valentina's voice on the loudspeaker telling them to come, "I'm waiting for you upstairs." They go to take the elevator to go upstairs, and then they go inside and find her standing in front of them, and she keeps telling them, "You are so stupid, you don't know why I'm doing this." And then she shows them Sentry after she controlled him and dressed him in his outfit, and she tells them no one will be able to defeat me, and she orders him to finish them all off. Then Ina talks to him and tells him that he is a good person and that he shouldn't do this, and that he is not obligated to obey orders, but unfortunately Valentina has already controlled him, so Abu Yelena goes to him. But he gives him a box that flies far away, showing that the power of this boy is greater. We can't imagine at all that he can also stop the bullets, so they all attack him, but no one is able to control him, and he controls them and drives them far away, even crying. He goes to him after that, but the boy is fast and cannot control him, and he also pulls his iron shield from him and flies them away. So they leave that they will not be able to control him, and they take each other and ride the elevator and try to get off, so she tells him Valentina is finished with them. But he refuses and tells her that they did not do anything to me and that they did not give me permission. So she tells him that the orders must not be given and they must be carried out. As for the rest of the team, they leave the building after that. And they all feel hopeless, and they say that his power is greater than we can imagine. And we will not be able to do it, and we must leave this matter aside. She stayed and kept staring at us after that. And she left while she was angry, and the whole team was all one walks from the direction of the shape. Then her father follows her and keeps calming her down and tells her that he is with her, so she says to him, "How come you've been with me? You've left me for so long. You don't even ask about me. I'm alone." So he says to her, "You've never been alone. I'll leave you alone. Just choose the life you want. I don't want to force you into anything." As for Sentry, he says to Valentina, "You're right. No one will ever be able to defeat me or defeat me." He speaks with confidence, so she feels that he is turned against her and holds a device trying to stabilize it because she knows its weak point, since she is the one who made the serum. He flies with her and stabilizes her, and the device falls from her. He was about to finish her off, but her help comes and steps on the device, making him lose consciousness. She takes her and immediately walks away from the place. But the boy gathers his strength and gets up, and the device is no longer needed. It turns into darkness and flies away. This is in the air, and the people are all workers watching him, and the forces keep shooting him with fire, but there is nothing that affects him at all. He can control the people and turn them into darkness, so many planes come with cold forces in them, and they keep shooting him with fire. But it also turns them into darkness, and this helicopter falls because no one has left it now, and the building is destroyed. And he starts falling on people, so Abu goes to us after that and tries to save people before they die. And we see someone who lost control of the truck and was going to hit a mother and her daughter, so she goes and saves her. And the rest of the team also, all of them continue to save the situation and protect the people from the destruction that is happening. And the whole team gathers on a rock that is so large that they are able to remove it from the people and save them and all the people. They keep cheering them on and greeting them, but Sentry continues to transform and transform many people. Darkness descends and kills them all, one after the other, and all the people are terrified and immediately run from the heart of the place before they die as well. And the guy with his great strength emerges from himself. Darkness covers all the streets, but she refuses to walk and decides to stop and enters the darkness herself. Suddenly, she finds herself entering the heart of a dark memory of hers. She tries to change this memory in order to leave the place. But the memory itself keeps preventing her and holding her back. However, she is able to break free and run and tries to enter another memory of hers. From the days when she was young in the organization that used to train them to carry out missions for them and such. So she keeps moving around a lot and looking for the scenario until she finds it in a mirror and tries to talk to it to bring it back to consciousness. He pulls her into his memory and reveals that this guy originally had a mental illness, because his father used to beat his mother and beat him a lot. And what happened, he has many problems in his life, and his life was in shambles, and he did not see a day of justice, and because of the darkness inside him now. The dark person inside him is the one who controls him and wants to turn the whole world into darkness. But she keeps talking to him and trying to bring him back to his senses and make the good personality the one who controls. But suddenly his mind starts to control them both so that this dark person can control him. But at that moment the whole team enters the darkness and they save them. So Yelena tells them to move between his memories until they find the memory that turned him and try to stop him before he turns into darkness like this. And indeed they enter his memories and find this memory of when he went to Valentina's lab because at that time he felt lonely, weak and sad, and that he was not needed, so he decided to go there and have an experiment done on him, and as soon as he sees them after that, the whole team folds their arms. So Bob tries to talk to him, but Saint Ray's personality tells him that they are not interested in him, they just want to save what's happening. And the dark side tells him that they're lying to him, and he says to him, you want to go back to the same weak, lonely person who had no one. You see now how our strength is no one will be able to defeat us, so the good one goes to hit him, but the dark one keeps hitting him, but he gets angry and gets up and keeps hitting him and grinding him down, and this is the dark side's plan to provoke him to turn him to the dark side and erase all the goodness inside him, and he really starts to turn, and Yelena unties herself and goes to stop him and hugs him before he turns to the dark side and reassures him that she is by his side and that he is not alone like he thought, and the whole team comes and stops him and reassures him, and the guy is very devastated, and really their plan succeeds and he doesn't turn, and at that moment the dark side disappears completely. And the good side is the one who controls Sentry, and in the real world darkness disappears from the whole world. And the people around them in darkness come back to life because they were trapped in their bad memory. They didn't die, and the team looks ahead after they save the people. And they find Valentina, so they go to her, and she runs away from them, and she was originally lured by them because there was a lot of press standing by so they wouldn't hurt her. And she says that she was forming this team to protect the world and such, and that this is the new Avengers team, so Yelena tells her there are no orders from you from now on. And you are the one who will carry out our orders or we will blow you up. And after a while we see the team gathered at the Avengers headquarters of superheroes after they officially became the new Avengers. And they see in front of us a ship coming from space with the Fantastic Four logo on it, and this is a new movie that will be released soon. If you want to summarize, write to us in the comments. We hope you liked the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more fun. Bye.